With Brady going through this first year, he's using personnel that maybe doesn't quite fit the 4-3. He's learning on the fly, just like the defense is. How do you gauge what good defense is, especially going back to Aaron's question about how there's so many more points? I feel like some of it, what was good defense in the 80s or 90s doesn't fit that same standard now. Do you go by stats? Do you look at yards per as a marker, or do you just think, hey, if we're as long as we're 1 point more than the other team, that's good defense?
Yeah, we don't quite want to get into the break serve mentality that some people talk about, and that's again, if we're on offense, we got to win the game on offense. If we're on defense, we got to win. Just that attitude has to be there. Red zone defense is a huge thing. Field goals over touchdowns obviously is a huge thing. But I think going back to the beginning of that is 11 guys playing fast and doing what they're coached to do. That's great defense. And we haven't gotten to that point where that's happening the majority of snaps. And we've got, 9 of 11, and those 2 are really important. And we've got 10 of 11, and that one's really important. And so all those things together, again, as long as we're moving the right direction, as hard as that is to believe or see, just a couple of things happened the other day. We got one guy in the wrong gap, and it happened 2 or 3 plays previously where it's a tackle for an 8-yard loss, and then it's a 30-yard gain. And that's not difficult. That's not a hard thing to solve. It's very frustrating for all of us when it doesn't occur. But the guys, again, they worked hard today to get that solved.
And these things you're talking about, are they things that simply were not as prevalent on past teams that had better defenses? You had more disciplined guys who knew what they were doing, and therefore you guys didn't give up those types of leaky plays?
I don't think there's any time where we never give up, those
Ever,
plays.
but I mean, guys were more disciplined in the past than maybe what you have right now.
I wouldn't use that word. I don't know if it's, again, we had this is the same exact guy, fitting a blitz. One time did it right, and one time tried to go over the top when he should, there's a lot of factors at play other than, obviously that's where I go back. Everything's on us as coaches. And then as long as those principles are all on the same page as far as working to correct that and understanding what was wrong, understanding what was right the play before or plays before, everything's going to be okay.